I try not to talk about this too much because I think it's a lot of people take offense to it, and I don't mean it that way. I share this is just what worked for me, and not as a criticism of anyone else's beliefs. For me, the idea that there was no such thing as legacy, that when I died, eventually everything that I had would become dust, and that anything expanded over a long enough time horizon disappears, right? Which, if you are like Christian, for example, it's the whole book of Ecclesiastes. And I think the realization of that allowed me to quiet my ego a lot, so that I could be more present in the idea that like this moment will only be here in my mind, and anything that I do here will not last. And so it shifted how I worked. It shifted how I saw relationships. And a lot of my thinking is around like my 85-year-old self. I feel like my number one mentor is like my fictitious 85-year-old self, because it's the only person that I really believe has my best interest at heart and has no ulterior motive. And so there's this tweet that I had that went pretty viral, but it was like listening to a billionaire or a millionaire, I'll just use that. Like, when I was in my 20s, I wanted to be a millionaire. And when I was a millionaire, I wanted to be in my 20s. And so the idea that my future self would trade all the money he had to be poor in 20 again made me really reanalyze how I saw living life in the moment. If I literally in the future will value my present moment more than the achievement of the thing that I'm seeking right now in the present, then something's off. Because even my future self knows that. Because right now I would pay all the money I have to get 10 years back.
Isn't that
Not even
interesting?
thinking about it. And so then all of what I'm going to achieve in the next 10 years, I would happily give up to be right where I am right now.